Here are the food that every diabetic needs to avoid if you're trying to stay healthy and keep your blood sugars within target range. We know that not all food are created equal. Some are better for us and some are terrible for us. In today's episode, I am going to talk about the food that you should avoid and the food that I tell my patients to avoid at all costs so they can maintain a healthy lifestyle and keep their blood sugars under control. Number one is going to be your sweetened beverages like lemonade, soda, juices. Any of those are loaded with sugar and they are very high in carbohydrates, which of course will cause a spike in blood sugar levels, but they're also high in fructose and they have been linked to insulin resistance and an increased risk of obesity, fatty liver, and other diseases as well. So they have done studies and they showed that people without diabetes who consumed a lot of these sweetened beverages became more insulin resistant and went on to develop diabetes more so than people who did not consume these drinks. Number two is trans fats. We know that trans fats are unsaturated fats that have been chemically altered to increase their stability. They've been linked to inflammation, insulin resistance, increased belly fat, and of course, heart disease as well. Trans fats are often found in things like margarine, frozen dinners, crackers, muffins, and of course, other baked goods. Number three is white bread, white pasta, or white rice. White bread, pasta, and rice are high in carbs and yet very low in fiber. So this combination can result in very high blood sugar levels. And of course, with diabetes, we always want to make sure to choose things that are high in fiber like quinoa because we know this helps stabilize our blood sugar levels. They help make us feel fuller. And of course, they have anti-inflammatory properties and are healthy for the gut. So you want to avoid things that are low in fiber and high in glycemic index. Number four is going to be your flavored yogurt because they tend to be very high in sugar. So they tend to raise up blood sugar levels very quickly. For this reason, I normally recommend having plain Greek yogurt and adding your own like raspberries, blueberries, strawberries to it to make it for a healthier option where you're not going to get such high blood sugar spikes after eating it. Number five is going to be your sweetened breakfast cereal. We know that not all cereals are the same. Most of the cereals are very high on the glycemic index. They actually are loaded with sugar, cause an instant spike in blood sugar levels. That's why I recommend trying to avoid cereals because there's very few that are actually good for us. Most of them are very high in carbs and low in protein. For that reason, these are usually not a good option and will spike up your blood sugar levels. Number six is going to be your flavored coffee drinks. I mean, a lot of these coffees at Starbucks or Dunkin are loaded with sugar. They don't provide any nutritional benefit. So they definitely will spike up your blood sugar instantly. I tell my patients to avoid drinking their carbs and eat their carbs instead because these drinks won't fill you up and you can have 4 or 5 in a row or in a day, not realizing just how much sugar you're actually consuming. Another one is going to be dried fruit. In the process of making dried fruit, they actually suck all the nutrients out of the fruit and you're left with the sugar. And it's so much easier to overeat dry fruit than it is to have like an apple. You feel a lot fuller with an apple versus having dried fruit. You can have so much more sugar and not realize how much you're actually eating and how much sugar you're putting in your bloodstream. Fruit juices are also a big no. A lot of people think that juices are healthy, but they're actually not. Once again, with all of these juices, they actually suck out the nutrients and you're left with just a sugar component of it. So we do not recommend juices because they're very high on the glycemic index. They spike up your blood sugar. Fruit juices are also high on the fructose content, so they can worsen insulin resistance, promote weight gain, and increase the risk of heart disease. And the last one, guys, French fries. I mean, I know French fries are delicious, but obviously they're very high in carbohydrates. They raise blood sugar levels. French fries are fried in unhealthy oils. They promote inflammation and increase the risk of heart disease and cancers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all on the next video.